What's up, everybody? We're back with another edition of Everyday Hoops. Hope you guys are having a good one today. We're going to be recapping yesterday's games, October 29th. Sunday, chill schedule, still has some good games and entertaining stuff in there. And yeah, we're going to talk about all of it today. If you missed any of the other recaps I've done so far in the season, go back. You can watch them. You'll know which ones are the recaps and which ones are not. But yeah, thank you guys for views on videos in the shorts recently. I really appreciate it. If you do like the content around here, consider subscribing, like, turn notifications, and all stuff like that. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it a lot. All my links to other platforms and stuff are in the description below. And yeah, let's get right into it. So the first game of the day, we had Nuggets and Thunder. Nuggets win this game easily, 128-95. Nuggets are 3-0. Thunder get their first loss of the season. Shooting, our team stats, the Nuggets shot 60% from the field, while the Thunder shot 41%. The Nuggets hit 11 threes, Thunder only hit 6. The Nuggets had 34 assists to the Thunder's 22, and then they had 48 rebounds to the Thunder's 29. Nikola Jokic, 28, 14, and 5, making basketball look too easy once again. Shooting 12 for 16 from the field. Michael Porter Jr. finally had a good shooting day, 20 points, hit 4 3-pointers. Jamal Murray had 19 and 8 assists. Even Payne Watson off the bench, man. Payne Watson has been so good so far. Start this season, 17 and 4, shot 8 for 11 from the field, had another block. Defensively, he's already there, man. I mean, the length, the athleticism he has is crazy. And then if he can do stuff like he's doing on the offensive end, he's going to be a huge piece for this Nuggets team. And then Christian Brown also had 13, 7, and 7 off the bench as well. The Nuggets just look really good right now, man. The Nuggets look like they haven't skipped a beat off of last year's playoff run. They're going on all cylinders. Jokic is playing like an MVP again. Murray's doing good things. MPJ is doing good. KCP and Aaron Gordon are filling in when they needed to. Their bench has been a lot better than it advertised. Reggie Jackson's been doing good. Payne Watson and Christian Brown have provided a lot of things on both ends. Like, Nuggets just looks too good right now. Nuggets look too good. They look like the best team in the league right now, man. It's tough. For OKC, Chet Holmgren, 19 points, 7 for 12 from the field. Jokic was bully balling him a little bit, but Chet still had a decent game. Jalen Williams had 13, 5 assists. Lou Dort had 10. Trey Mann had 12 points off the bench, and he played in the fourth quarter. But yeah, Shea shot 2 for 16 from the field. I assume that's not going to happen. Again, Giddey also was 4. Shea and Giddey combined to shoot 6 for 29 from the field. I'm not expecting that ever again from them. That's just a really weird game for the Thunder. You know, the Nuggets really were just dominating on both ends, and they get the win. Next, we had the Hawks and the Bucks. The Hawks won this game 127-110. They had a big first half, and the Bucks just couldn't sustain it or overcome it, you know. The Hawks hit their first win of the season. The Bucks their first loss of the season. Team stats, the Hawks shot 51% from the field. Bucks shot 45%. The Hawks forced 23 Bucks turnovers. They had 32 assists, the Bucks 22, and they rebounded Milwaukee 46-39 at 15 steals. For Atlanta, Trae Young, 20 and 11 assists, 5 for 14 from the field, a lot better than the first 2 games of the season. Him shooting. They had 8 players scoring double figures in this game. Bogdanovich had 17 off the bench. DeJounte Murray had 15 and 5 assists. DeAndre Hunter had 15. Jalen Johnson started in this game and gave him a lot of energy, 14 and 7. Please keep Jalen Johnson in the starting lineup. Atlanta, he does so many good things for them. Mika Conley had 14 and 7. Saddiq Bey had 13 off the bench. Clint Capella had 12 and 12. Hawks really were just, I don't know, there's something different about this Hawks team in the first 2 games. A lot more energy. Defensively, they're really locked in. They're shooting the ball better, obviously. And they really routed the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis put up 26 and 11, shot 9 for 14. From the field, Malik Beasley had 18 points. He tried to lead a comeback. He had 4 3-pointers. Brook Lopez had 13 by Portis at 12 of the bench. Damian Lillard, 2 for 12 from the field, 2 for 8 from 3, 6 points, 6 turnovers. One of the worst Damian Lillard games I've seen in a very long time. Hopefully that doesn't happen consistently, which is probably not gonna. I mean, it's Damian Lillard, but yeah, still a very weird game for the Bucks, and now they're 1-1. Yeah, it just didn't happen. 3-point shot wasn't falling until late, and by that point it was falling. They're already down 20. But yeah, the Hawks came out and brought a lot of energy, man. I love that for Atlanta. Next up, the Warriors and Rockets. Warriors win this game 106-95. Warriors are 2-1. Rockets are 0-3, man. Team stats, the Warriors shot 43% of the field, Rockets shot 38%. The Warriors hit 18 threes, Rockets hit 9 threes. The Warriors did have 14 turnovers, the Rockets 7. Steph Curry in the last 5 minutes of the game said, okay, my turn. He was not having a great game throughout the first 3.5 quarters, but in the last few minutes of the game, man, he was dominant, hitting all type of threes. He got a new meme created off the Dylan Brooks. He kind of embarrassed Dylan Brooks and made that face. It's hilarious. He finished with 24, 7, and 6 at 60 pointers, man. It's Steph Curry. I mean, what less can you expect? Or what more can you expect at this point? I don't know how to say that, but Steph was Steph. You know, Clay had 19 points at 5 threes. Wiggins had 13. Gary Payton off the bench had 15 points at 3 3-pointers as well. Von Looney had 11. Draymond came back at 4, 5, and 5. Chris Paul, first game ever off the bench, 8, 5, and 7. Yeah, the Warriors look pretty solid so far throughout the season. Chris Paul has made a good difference to this team, you know, bringing a lot more pace, a lot more playmaking ability for that bench unit especially, and I like to see. For the Rockets, Jalen Green, 21 and 9, shot 8 for 20 from the field. Alperen Sengun, 19, 5, and 7. Jabari Smith Jr. had 14, 8, and 5. Dillon Brooks had 12. The Rockets team, this Rockets team has not been as fun or as better as it was been advertised or how it was supposed to look, I feel like. Jalen Green has been decent the last 2 games, but still definitely needs to take another step. Jabari Smith Jr. has not been shooting the ball well. This is his best shooting day. Jabari Smith Jr. Alperen Sengun has been really good. Fred VanVleet's been okay. The bench has not really done much. Yeah, it's very weird right now in Houston. You know, they should look a lot better, I feel like, than what they do look. But then again, it's only 3 games into the season, so maybe that's going to come. And a lot of these players are still young, still trying to find their way into the league. But the Warriors, yeah, Steph Curry. Next are the Blazers and the Sixers. Sixers blow them out 126-98. Sixers are now 2-1. The Blazers are 0-3. For team stats, Philly shot 49% from the field. Blazers shot 38%. Sixers shot 35 for 40 from the free throw line. Blazers were 19 for 22. Sixers had 28 assists. The Blazers 19 assists, and that rebounded Portland 51-42. Joel Embiid, dominant performance, 35, 15, and 7 with 2 steals and 6 blocks on 12 for 22 shooting. Just an absolutely dominant performance. A lot more in the interior, in the paint. I didn't like how in the first game against the Bucks he was more just roaming around the 3-point shot, the 3-point line and stuff like that. But now last 2 games he's been really good. In this game, man, he was all over the place, rebounding, passing the ball very well, because of course he got a lot of attention. Defensively, he was there. I mean, this was just a dominant performance from Joel Embiid. Tyrese Maxey continuing another good year with 26 and 10. Shot 6 for 14, 10 for 10 from the free throw line. Tobias Harris chipped in with 24 points on 8 for 11 shooting. D'Anthony Melton had 12 points, 8 assists. Kelly Oubre had 12 off the bench. Sixers really just routed them. You know, defensively they were there. Offensively, they just could not be stopped, really, the Sixers. For Portland, Shane Sharp, 20 points, 7 for 13 from the field. He's been starting off the season solid. Malcolm Brogdon, another good game, 18, 5, and 5. Jeremy Grant had 17 points. He did shoot 5 for 16 from the field. And Jabari Walker had 12 off the bench. Scoot Henderson, another tough one, 4 points, 2 for 7, 4 turnovers to 3 assists. It's not going well so far to start the season for Scoot Henderson. First 3 games, very rough, you know. But again, this is a point guard that just was given the keys kind of to the team, and he also doesn't have Anthony Simons there to kind of relieve some of the pressure off him. So yeah, but hopefully he's gonna figure it out. Scoot's gonna figure it out eventually. You know, don't overreact to these 3 games. I already see people a lot overreacting. Don't overreact to 3 games, because in 10 games from now, if he's doing better, then we're gonna forget about the first 2 games of the season. You know, so hopefully Scoot can figure it out. It's gonna be tough because Portland is pretty bad, but he figured it out. And DeAndre Ayton, 7 and 9. So far, he's averaging 8 points to his first 3 games in Portland. And I think it's time to stop the DeAndre Ayton. It's time to stop expecting things from DeAndre Ayton, I think, at this point. I think it's time to stop expecting the 2021 run, the All-Star jump. I think we've got to stop expecting it now. This is probably just who DeAndre Ayton is at this point. Because it's tough, man. Going to a new situation where he should have been the guy, and now he's gotten worse somehow. I don't understand, but yeah. But Portland's going to be bad this year. Next are the Clippers and Spurs. The Clippers win this game 123-83, a 40-point blowout for the Clippers. Shooting our team stats, Clippers shot 52% from the field, Spurs shot 38%. Clippers hit 16 threes, Spurs hit 11 threes. The Clippers forced 25 Spurs turnovers, and I rebounded San Antonio 48-37. Clippers had 7 players scoring double figures. Kawhi led with 21 points on 6 for 13 shooting. Paul George 19, 4, and 5 with 5 steals in this game, all in the first quarter, and 8 for 17. Westbrook had 19, 8, and 3, hit 3 3-pointers. Bones Highland came off the bench at 18 points, hit 4 threes. Zubac had 16 and 8. Norman Powell had 13. Kenyon Martin Jr. came in and had 10. I really like this Clippers team so far. They're 2-1, 3 games into the season. I really like this Clipper team. Kawhi and Paul George are playing for one, but I don't know. There's something different about this Clipper team to me. Like, I feel like they have, like, it feels like they know that that the noise is around them. It feels like they know that everybody's looking at them like, they're gonna fail, or counting them out already because they don't know what to expect. And I don't know, I feel like I like that. They look like they're playing with a chip on their shoulder, and they want to prove everybody wrong, and I like that, man. The Clippers are good. It's just going to bring a whole new thing to the Western Conference. But yeah, they've been playing good. Kawhi and Paul George have been playing excellent. You know, when they get their role players like Bones Highland, Norman Powell, Russell Westbrook playing like this, it's going to be tough to beat them. For the Spurs, Devin Vassell, 14 points at 6 for 10 shooting. Cedi Osman at 12. Wemby, 11-5 with 5 turnovers on 4 for 10 shooting. Yeah, it was just a tough day for the Spurs. I mean, when you have 25 turnovers in a game, you're probably not going to win that game. It was very tough. The Spurs are still a young team. You know, Wemby's not going to come in and change the whole direction of the team right away, turn them into a playoff team. But, yeah, so far the 3 games, though, it's been entertaining. Wemby's been good. Devin Vassell has been very, very good. Keldon Johnson has his games, you know, but let's not forget the Spurs are a young team still rebuilding as well. But the Clippers have dominant performance. And then finally, we had these Lakers and Kings. The Kings win this game 132-127 in overtime. Kings are now 2-1. Lakers go to 1-2. Team stats: the Kings shot 47% from the field, Lakers shot 44%. Kings hit 17 threes, Lakers hit 15. Lakers were 26 for 34 from the free throw line. Kings were 17 for 24. Kings forced 12 Laker turnovers in this one. For the Kings, De'Aaron Fox, 37, 4, and 8. Shot 14 for 24, 3 for 8 from 3. Did have a little ankle injury at the end of the game in the fourth quarter. But he was dominant the entire game from jump ball to the end of the fourth quarter, because I don't think he played in overtime, and they still got the win. But De'Aaron was just dominating, man. He's going to have another big season. Malik Monk, though. Malik Monk was the one that closed out the game. He had, I think, 12 points in overtime or 11 points in overtime. He closed them out with De'Aaron not on the court. 22 points, 7 for 17, 4 for 9 from 3. He was just bringing so much energy, dominant, man. The 6th man of the year. This might be it. We might be looking at the 6th man of the year right here, Malik Monk. Keegan Murray, 17-85. He did miss a big 3-pointer that would have won the game, but came back and did some solid things in overtime. Kevin Huerter at 12-7, and Sasha Vezenkov at 11 points off the bench. Sabonis at 12, 15, and 5 as well. He fouled out in this game. But yeah, the Kings just played a good one. You know, even though they had some moments where they could have sealed the game, the Lakers did come back. But eventually, Malik Monk, De'Aaron Fox, Keegan Murray helped close this game out. A big win early in the season. The Lakers, AD 30 and 16, 2 steals, 3 blocks, 11 for 22 from the field. I feel like the Lakers weren't really finding him, though. Like, there's a lot of opportunities where he's guarded by like Kevin Huerter, Harrison Barnes late in the game, and instead they just shot a 3. Which, yeah, the style of play for the Lakers is interesting. Because, of course, they have AD, they have LeBron, 2 guys that love going to win, but they have a lot of shooters. But I don't know, it feels like they just rather take the 3-point shot, which, of course, obviously today's game. But there's so many times where, like, LeBron has an easy matchup and he can just go by and get to the rim, or AD's posting him down low. Instead, they're just moving the ball around and taking a contested 3. Like, it's very weird. LeBron, 27, 15, and 8. 11 for 19 shooting. LeBron, year 21. Taurean Prince had 20 points and 5 3-pointers. D'Lo had 17 and 9 assists, 5 for 13 shooting. Rui and Christian were both at 11. A lot of people talk about the rotations as well in this game, because Rui Hachimura had a big start of the fourth quarter to bring him back. Christian Wood was playing really good, and they only got 17 minutes and 14 minutes. Meanwhile, Gabe Vincent, who had 2 points and was 1 for 3 from the field, played 32 minutes in this game. And Austin Reeves only played 28 minutes. He shot 1 for 12. He has not been great to start the season as well. Yeah, this Lakers team definitely still has some things to work on. Definitely need some other players to contribute. Guys like Austin Reeves, Gabe Vincent, they need them to start hitting shots, which eventually they probably will, because we're only 3 games into the season. But yeah, Lakers definitely still need some work. 1 and 2. But the Kings, just shout out to the Kings, man. They played a really, really good game. But yeah, it's gonna be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, if you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing, like, turn notifications, all stuff like that. I really appreciate it. We have said a lot. Once again, all my links are in the description. Tomorrow, we're not doing a recap. Well, we are gonna do 2 videos tomorrow. We're gonna do a recap video, and we're also gonna do. Actually, no, I don't know. We're gonna do the recap video because we're gonna be doing a video of 1 week in the NBA, what's going on. So I'm gonna talk about every team. So your team's gonna get mentioned tomorrow. That's cool. But yeah, once again, if you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.